Hello, people. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at the MAHAAN official Tamil teaser and trailer starring Vikram, Dhruv, Vikram, Simha, Simran, Sanath, and Muthu Kumar. It's directed by Karthik Subbaraj.
Ooh, fun!
This comes out February 10th, 2022 on Amazon Prime Video India.
That's very soon.
Okay, so let's check this out. Here we go. Before we jump into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching.
தமிழ்நாட்டுல கள்ளுக்கடை ஒழிப்பு போராட்டம் தொடங்குறதுல ரொம்ப முக்கியமான பங்கு இருக்குடா உன் தாத்தனுக்கு. நம்ம பரம்பரையோட கனவை நிறைவேத்துவியாடா?
It's a lot of pressure, huh?
Yeah.
வாழ்வியா காந்தி மகான்.
Wow. No pressure.
இனி தமிழ்நாட்டுல ஒத்தா எந்த ஒரு பார்லிஸ் எடுத்தாலும் நம்ம சிண்டிகேட்டால மட்டும் தான் இருக்கணும். நம்ம வச்சல்தா சட்டம்.
Whoa. Okay.
ஊத்துதா சரக்கு.
காந்தி மகான்.
Whoa. Oh, dang.
சொல்லு, ஒரு மகானா வாழ்வியா காந்தி மகான்.
வாழ்வம்பா, சத்தியமா மகானா வாழ்வம்பா. சத்தியமா மகானா வாழ்வம்பா.
I don't know, man. Are you living up to your...
பின்பற்றி வாழ்வதே நம் சிறப்பின் அர்த்தமாகும். அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
தாதா
Well, I am not sure what's happening in that teaser.
I don't feel like he's living up to, you know, the ideal that his dad kind of set forth for him. Because I'm sure when his dad said, "Are you going to be a Mahan?"
Yeah.
He didn't mean like, "Are you going to be a badass gangster?"
I don't know who's opposing him. That's all I got from it. Is that
Yeah.
his father was very adamant about him living his life by certain principles, and he's totally not.
Yeah.
At least by my understanding of it, he's
Yeah.
totally not. Unless there's some other Gandhi that I don't know about that was more of
Was
a
like-
gangster badass,
was like a pimp,
you know, slapping bitches up and being like, "Give me my money." I don't know which one he's supposed to be living by. Apparently, he's not, and he's taking things by force.
And I'm getting this sense as well, like the last young man that we saw at the end of the teaser, I feel like it's some sort of maybe like a generational drama, you know, where it's like he has some sort of promise from his father, and then, you know, he's doing his thing, and then he's got a son. Maybe it's some sort of like sins of the father going down through the generations. I might be reading a lot into this.
A bit of a Wasipur Gangi thing, kind of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's look at the trailer here.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out a little bit more from the trailer. Or probably not, being that it's a Tamil movie. They're just gonna not tell us anything.
What are you trying to say, ACHARA KIRK?
Mystery, that's what I'm saying. Listen, we've only got like a week to go before you can actually watch this movie, so, you know.
Well, let's see what we find out.
Yeah.
Profit sharing is divided in nominal partner and partner in profit. So behavior.
Oh my god, is it like Breaking Bad?
That'd be very fascinating if it was.
செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தேன் 50 ரூபாய் கம்மியா இருக்கு.
மாப்ள உங்க அப்பாவோட லட்சியத்தை நிறைவேற்ற வேண்டிய மிகப்பெரிய பொறுப்பு உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கு. மது ஒழிப்பு போராட்டத்தை கையில எடுத்து நடத்தி அதை வெற்றிகரமா முடிச்சு பெரிய மகான் ஆகணும்.
இன்னொருக்கே பரவாயில்ல.
பத்தலையா? சார் யாருன்னு சொன்ன?
நீ உனக்குன்னு எந்த ஒரு கொள்கை கோட்பாடு மயிறு மட்டன் எதையும் யோசிக்காம உன் மனசுக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ அதை பண்ணி ஒரு நாளாவது வந்திருக்கியா?
Wait a second.
போராளியோட மகன் ஊருக்கெல்லாம் சாராயம் காய்ச்சி ஊத்திட்டு இருக்க.
Oh.
தமிழ்நாட்டு சரக்கு சாம்ராஜ்யத்தின் மகாராஜா எங்க அப்பா.
Whoa.
பத்தல. நீ மௌனே இப்போ அப்ப நீ பார்த்த அந்த காந்திவான பேர் காமர்ஸ்வாதி
Oh,
Damn.
oh, damn.
நமக்கெல்லாம் நம்ம பேர் அமைகிறத கடவுளோட சித்தம். ஒரு நாள் நான் சத்யவானாவும் நீ மகானாவும் மாறும்.
I'm loving that guitar riff.
Yeah.
So, this is a profoundly more interesting commercial for the movie than the teaser was for
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
I got way more out of this than I did the teaser. But it's a teaser, so of course the teaser's meant to tease you, but it's like a little bit too much of a tease to the point where I'm like, go away. Whereas the trailer is more on point with something that is inviting because I get a better sense as to what's going on. I have a bigger scope as to where he is and how he ends up, where he does. And I think that's actually a fascinating journey to uncover. Assuming that you actually get to see the transformation of one individual into a completely different individual. I thought it was cool that they had a nice little nod to Clint Eastwood there with the man with no name. He got the, the hat and everything. The poncho, pow, 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 pow with the guns. And the Breaking Bad inspiration, I guess you could say, is pretty overt here, and I love it. I think it's super cool that he started out as this teacher, and he totally broke bad in this story. Especially, like, his wife is hassling him over 50 rupees. He's like, God damn, woman. Like, he looked at her like, can I just eat in peace?
Yeah.
For shit's sake, can I just eat in peace? Like, please? Like, that's how bad it was for him that he had to just completely break bad.
Yeah.
I think this is such a cool concept. What about you, Achara?
I think so too. Yeah, everything that you said, I agree with. It's so much more intriguing to kind of understand that this story is about a guy who had a lot of, I mean, you saw it from the teaser, he had a lot of expectation placed upon him because of who his father was and the expectations from his dad. But then he's like, you know what? Screw your expectations. I just want to be happy. I just want to, do the thing. And it's always really interesting to watch movies and shows about characters who make choices that are maybe not the ones that we would normally make ourselves, and to kind of see what happens, their downfall, or maybe what his moral compass is, like what are his reasons for doing what he's doing. And I'm also really intrigued with the whole son aspect here as well, because the son's all like rah, and then he's like working out and stuff and getting buff. I'm like, okay, cool, good for you. I want to know kind of how this plays into the thing. Does he agree with what his dad's doing, or is he like, nah, I don't want to.
Yeah, there's this aspect to it that sort of low-key reminds me of American Beauty, in that this prudish father ends up becoming this kind of badass father, and the kid doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And so here you have a similar situation where the dad completely is transformed into another individual that is unrecognizable, and the son is like, what the hell? And he's like, son, I'm not the dude you knew.
Right?
I think
Isn't that freaky?
I think that's such a cool thing that you don't actually often see in movies and whatnot. I had a question sort of begging in my mind, which is, how come we don't see Vikram more often? Because he's such a dope actor.
He is such a dope actor, and I was thinking, like, watching this trailer and then seeing Vikram kind of doing that thing that he's so good at doing, which is, I'm gonna play multiple characters, and play each of them really well, and you buy him as this soft-spoken, nice guy teacher, and then also this
person who gets stepped on, though. This person who's getting stepped on in his life, who's basically a doormat, and he transitions into this person who's not taking anybody's shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's a complete switch, and he's such a good actor. He's so riveting to watch. Like, I love those close-ups that they did on his face, and you see everything, you read everything that's going on there, and I'm thinking, yeah, for Vikram alone, I would watch this. And so I wonder if maybe he's just the type of actor who really chooses his projects carefully, and at this point in his career, he's like, I'm only doing the stuff that interests me. I don't have to do 5 movies a year. You know what I mean?
I just really hope that it doesn't feel like, you know, a Star Wars Episode 3 transformation or a Castaway transformation where it's like a jump. With Breaking Bad, for instance, you saw him transition into this formidable person, this intimidating individual over the course of 5 seasons, right? He became that person. He became Scarface. Whereas, like, in Castaway, well, it's not exactly one-to-one, but it's like he went from being this guy who was stuck on an island who's heavy to being super skinny 4 years later. They just did a jump. It just jumped to, instead of seeing him become this person who knows how to hunt, it just jumped forward.
Right. I mean, the difference there as well is that Breaking Bad is a show, and so you can take the time to watch his evolution over 5 seasons, whereas Castaway is a movie, so they have like 2 hours to do the whole thing.
Sure, but the same thing happened in Star Wars Episode 3 where it's like suddenly Anakin Skywalker's a Darth person. He's Darth Vader, basically. Just like suddenly breaks bad. Like, where'd that come from? So what I'm hoping to see is that you see hints, nuances of this transition happening over the course of the film until suddenly he crosses this threshold where it's like the point of no return.
Yeah.
And now he's this dude. And then he just becomes more and more that guy over the course of the film. I really hope that we see something like that, because it would kind of annoy me if he is just like this dude who's, you know, following all the rules and is super stiff.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's this other guy. I'm like, what? No, you have to like justify that transition. It can't just be that he's been going through some shit and suddenly he's a different person.
Yeah, no, I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree. It would, but I feel like with Vikram helming the role, I feel like, you know, he'd probably pepper in little nuances throughout his performance.
I hope
to
so.
kind of,
Yeah.
you know, clue us in as to him not being happy with the way he's being treated and wanting a change.
I think my favorite moment in the whole trailer was when the wife was hassling him over 50 rupees.
That's your favorite
That's
part?
my favorite part. Just like, bitch, leave me alone. Can't you see? I'm just trying
So
to.
relatable.
No, it's just, I feel like there are so many guys who just want to be left alone sometimes. They're just trying to do their thing and they just want to be left in peace. And they just.
Hey, I don't think it's just guys, okay? I think that there are some women, probably many women out there who I just wish my husband would leave me alone.
I can only speak for men, all men. I can only speak for men in that sometimes you just want to be left alone. You don't want to be hassled by your wife, by your mom, by your job. You just want to be left in peace.
Yeah.
And eating your Tamil Nadu food. I don't know if he's in Tamil Nadu. I always imagine he is.
Yeah, probably.
Right? But anyway,